Travis Wayne Goodsell. It has been an exceedingly long latter days for me. All the memories flashing back, all the 8.9 videos over these 8 years, going over all the latter days for you guys, trying to figure out how to get the movie maker to make videos, how to get pictures made. And show how all of the scriptures are true. Going over the dreams I've had, showing how they've been fulfilled. Being under full attack by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is what they preach, Latter-day Saints. And yet they attack me for going over it? Yeah. It is obvious to anybody who's followed me that I have the keys of Moses, that I am a seer. I am the seer, the prophet, the revelator, the translator of Paleo, Hebrew, and Egyptian. That is why the church is not happy with me. You're supposed to be purging the sprinkler systems. Not supposed to be interrupting this video. So, going over a reminder of just this year, after Nelson's 2020 leak got leaked last November, and how I just broke down and cried, no! That we're getting further extended into this year. I just wanted to get to Zion this whole time. That's why I spent my whole life studying the latter days. That's why I went into the education that I did. That's what came from learning, deciphering Paleo Hebrew and correcting Gardner's sign list. All of the videos I've done for you guys. And so, beginning of the year, Stanford curses me and says, hey, what if it ends up going till Feast of Tabernacles this year? No! Don't say that! I want to get to Zion. So I do the eclipses that led into Passover. All the things that were escalating and then failed. Nelson has to get up at conference and say, I don't know the day anymore. I don't know the day. I thought it was in the coming day. I don't know the day anymore. And then the summertime, doing several fun stuff for you guys extra, and realize the parable of the 10 virgins, the dates for that, showed you how Joseph Smith knew in the book of Abraham. And then I had my dream, the bread dream. And I told you, all of you fear and tremble, I had a dream of bread. And sure enough, here we come. Dream of the flood. Eclipses, Nelson's 101 birthday, the pattern match with Monson, and then Armageddon yesterday. All the world turns on Israel. So Trump today on the Jewish New Year. Standing up in the UN today. Most likely already did it. As the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has escalated their cyber terrorist attacks against me. To shut me up, to silence me. They are so close. You are not going to ruin this for us, Travis. You will not ruin this. We are getting our kingdom back. So, doing the video this morning, I then thought I'll just do the moons for each of the bread loaves from my dream, get the signs in the heavens of where they were, and then I'll get right to Terminator. Several hours later, here I am with another video instead. Postponing Terminator. Because, yep, I found something. And as much as the church is on a rampage to destroy me and murder me right now, beyond the previous times, these 8 years, going all the way back to 1998 to 2008. If you didn't want me to expose you as false, you shouldn't have raised me as a Mormon. It's your own fault. All you had to do was tell us the truth. You guys would have been true prophets. All would have been awesome. No questions. No need to do the pioneer research and decipherment. They got you in trouble. They exposed you. Not just as lying, but as the enemy. I would never be doing any of these videos. We would already be in Zion. Church would have been true. I would have been happy. You know. So, yeah, I saw something. Getting the signs in the heavens with the moons to put with the dream picture that I've had for you. So let me go over it after you've already seen them at the beginning of the video. The full moon for my dream was at the tail of the goat beast there at the arm of Aquarius, the high priest symbol, there were 5 falling stars in Aquarius, as the full moon was right there at the beginning of the falling stars at the outer arm of Aquarius. So yes, 5 points on the inverted pentagram, the goat beast, Lucifer, the full moon, and the dream. And I've gone over my dreams from my childhood, the vision when I got lost in the mountains. I didn't get lost. I knew right where I was, and I just couldn't find the trail to get me back to the parking lot as they all left me in the mountains. Full moon that night too. Pulled out the sleeping bag, laid on the stones there at the riverbed, the top of the mountain. Full moon comes rising up, and in the morning, a bee hovering over my head. Went back to bed. Got up, no bee. Went to the riverbed. There was Father Emmanuel. The bridge is over here. Yeah, all of that. I'm still wondering if I'll ever find that in the Egyptian documents. Maybe David Moses IV, the dreamer. But until then, so yeah, I didn't make the connection at the time when I had the dream. I just found the picture and used that to go over with you as I had learned about Judges 19 and the 4 loaves of bread. And so when I got the cookie dream, oh yeah, the partial loaves of bread for the cookie dream that I had after the flood dream. And so, yeah, I've updated the pictures, upgraded, I guess, too. But, yeah, the fall of the great and abominable church. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I've been wondering. When? Why is it taking so long? It's not complicated. I gave the government all the documents, all the receipts, all the playbook, all the characters involved for the 200 years, planning all this, and just last night, Kash Patel finally comes out and says, yeah, I'm finally going to check this out. Second wrong. So yeah, Judges 19, as I'd gone over with you when I did the video about it, is a parallel story about Sodom and its fall with Lot and his 2 daughters. The wife is an evil apostate, turns into the great pillar of Salt Lake because she did not believe. So, yeah, 2 daughters. Oh God. I'm just still in amazement, even though I shouldn't be, of how accurate all the prophecies are. Just unbelievable. So, the 4 loaves of bread are 4 moons. Full moons, but at the time, whether they're full or new, and thus eclipses. I suspected that, told you about it in the dream, so I knew of the 4 moons coming up. And now here we are. We just finished the 3rd one, and now we got the 4th one. So the first one, after the full moon, that morning of the 10th, which it was on the 9th that morning, so the dream was the next morning. So it happens, and then I go to bed that night, and then have that dream about the full moons and the new moons. I knew there was something about it. I have had many a prophecy dream to know when I wake up if my dream is a prophecy dream or not. So when I do my videos, it's sad that there's only 5 Mormons, or 5 people who believe. All the rest want to destroy me and somehow prove this isn't true. It just happened! How am I not true? Armageddon started! How am I the false prophet on this? Nelson didn't tell you. I did. And here it is. Why are you mad at me? I have never been able to understand this. It doesn't make sense. I'm the victim. So on the 23rd of August, we had the new moon right there. Where I did that picture right before the solar eclipse. Right back in Leo, the lion of Judah, Utah, at the star Regulus, with the sun this time instead of Venus. I know what these signs mean, guys. That's why I do my videos. And it just happened to be a black moon because it's an extra moon in the season. It was a new thing that people started in 2016, but just a coincidence, just incredible. Nonetheless, and so the second loaf of bread in Egyptian hieroglyphs was Nelson's birthday lunar eclipse moon, turning 101 for a pattern with Thomas Spencer Monson. Spencer Thomas Monson. No, it's Thomas S. Monson. Yeah, Thomas Spencer Monson. And we've got 3 falling stars. One of them is on the back of the white horse. And the moon is there with the flood dream. Flood dream coming. Flood dream. Nile River. And so, yeah, the moon is there at the waters being poured out of the high priest symbol in Egyptian of Aquarius, with a solar or falling star at the chest over the right breast. And I did the video where I had to check and I got them switched around. The square and the compass. And And then the one there at the knee. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that Jesus is not the Christ, Emmanuel is. So then the third loaf of bread we just had yesterday. The solar eclipse at the South Pole, as I showed you. That's interesting. The aurora borealis, the nighttime lights in the north with the eclipse at the South Pole. Just incredible. And all the haters come out to hate. No! We deny the truth. Truth isn't true. Reality isn't real. There at the head of Virgo, which Joseph Smith says is Joseph Smith's church. And because he was murdered by the enemy and they stole his church, turned it Christian, changed the name, changed the deity, destroyed the temple, and put in the evil abomination of desolation in the rituals and the practicing of prostitution of Mormon women. Boom, there she blows on the anniversary of the second vision. Did the video for you. So, the fourth and final moon to finish it off. Now that Armageddon has begun, you didn't want to believe. Stanford cursed me. Nelson got leaked. Here we go. We got the Jewish New Year for yesterday, which is today, 6 p.m. last night. And so then the Feast of Gedalia, and then Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, the Jewish version, not the Christian crap. The Day of Judgment. Which, yes, I'm very concerned for Israel right now, even though they're not supposed to be the prophecies. But in self-fulfilling, the Christian self-fulfilling prophecies of altering the Jewish scriptures, it is getting the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in deep doggy doo-doo. Because the weapon which they used to commit the murders is the weapon that will be used on them. The law of Purim. Deuteronomy 19:19. Beam and mote from Matthew. Evil never learns. 200 years they've been plotting this, and they're gonna get utterly destroyed, precisely as it stands in our New Testament. So, 6th of October is the Feast of Tabernacles with the full moon. There in the evening, that Monday, whether or not General Conference is to be held, I do see from Revelation 16 that Nelson believes that they are going to say it is finished. With the Day of Atonement, let me get the Day of Atonement first, which I think is the 2nd of October. So that would be Jesus Christ coming from the clouds of glory to nuke everybody. The big burning event. 2nd of October. Come on. Leave me alone, Microsoft. Just leave me alone, my hell. Admit it. I'm him. You lost. Couldn't protect the church. You failed. Got to keep your covenant path now, the penalty. Yep. 2nd of October. So that is Thursday. Yeah. Thursday. Next week from Thursday. And so, Revelation 16. 16. Okay, so after Nelson spending 2023, did you watch the video this morning? They're trying to destroy me, silence me, and ruin and murder me, and you don't even have the decency to watch why? Why are they so mad at Travis? What did he do? I mean, yeah, he's an anti-Mormon, anti-Christ, apostate, Nehor, Korihor, but why? What does he say? Is he just spewing lies about the church? No, the lies are the false prophet. I've proven myself to be true. Yet again, in this video alone. Nonetheless, the false prophet, the spirit of the devil, working miracles, as that's what he said, in the coming days, the marvelous miracles of Jesus and Heavenly Father, they will show their power. Where's the power? I've yet to see it. What power are you talking about? I know my powers. I have the gifts. And so the false prophet goes forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to battle at Armageddon in Israel, where the Hittites encroached in the land, and David, Moses the first, had to go up and push them back. And in the midst of the battle with the parted mountain, he then put his foot on Salem. Went on vacation. And thereafter, they then went and built the temple of Jerusalem and the palace for the Salem kings. Solomon. Every king of Jerusalem is the king of Salem, is the title Solomon. And not a single Jew knows this. What the hell, guys? Come on! It was an easy gimme. Quit digging up Jerusalem. It's in Egypt. You're tributary to Egypt. David Moses was the king, 18th dynasty, with Emmanuel as the Christ. As the priesthood. Okay, so yeah, verse 17. The seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven. Oops, Nelson failed. But nonetheless, from the throne, saying, "It is done." That's what they were intending to do for conference. They intended to do it for April conference. Trump failed. And so, yes, that's why they're escalating things to force Trump to do it now, so that they can finally say, "It is done. See, we told you the church was true." as everybody from Utah is deported as Antifa, when the church is the leader of Antifa. So yeah, that's what they're hoping for. But then you have the fall of Babylon, which is the great and abominable church of the false prophet. Come on, Nelson, you're not fooling me. So yes, tabernacles. What is also fun about tabernacles, that only those of you who saw those videos might remember, the full moon, to start us off for the Feast of Harvest, Ingathering, Keys of Moses, the other Passover, with Solomon's temple being dedicated, as I did the video, when was it, yesterday also, is that it is on the back of the white horse in Pisces to start off tabernacles, the other version of Passover. And so the moon is there at the start of tabernacles to pass over the parted waters of Pisces, as there are 3 falling stars that he has to dodge. As Andromeda has her falling stars. Remember Clash of the Titans that I did not too long ago? With Perseus and Medusa, Nelson's birthday? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, yes, you do have to learn a lot of the background information that I'm talking about, but I break it up for you after all these 8 years and 8.9K videos. This is what's part of following me. Is that you not just listen, but you study the subject matter that I'm talking about. And then you are supposed to comment like Stanford on what you've learned and ask about baby name meanings, because Google doesn't get it right. And I give you a Urim and Thummim so that you can check all this stuff out. I provide for you on my academia page the full Paleo-Hebrew decipherment so that you can learn and take it into the Bible to fix the translation, so that I don't have to do this. Because the church didn't want to do it. And so, yes, back for Passover this year. I did the pictures for you. I even turned it into a GIF in which you see the sun for the whole Passover week going through the parted waters of Pisces. And that didn't impress anybody. Emmanuel taking the lead for Mormons. And then here's the Mormons' turn. Prophecy from seers, the 2 eyes of Horus, the Egyptian Christ, sun, the moon, male, female, husband, wife, father, mother, government, religion. Repeating all this stuff over and over for you. So, here we go. Just gotta get it finished. Because once we get any survivors, I'm not hopeful. I'm really not. Will you save Mormons for 5 righteous? Hell no! And so notice, well, for 10? Yeah, okay, I'll do it for 10. I'll save Sodom for 10 righteous. Yeah, no, it was destroyed. There was only 3 righteous. Lot and his 2 daughters. So yeah, with the 2 daughters, they then created Zion. With a story that everybody thinks is about incest. It's not literal history. Stop it! Stop it! So yeah, the day after conference, just like for Passover, day after conference in 2024. Alrighty.